Part 3 of Episode 1 of ABR TV is brought to you by the Augusta Basketball Report at augustabasketball.com. Welcome to Part 3 of Episode 1 of ABR TV. Part 3 includes a breakdown of the Southern Stampede guards and center CJ Turman. And we also talk about what the team is doing to prepare for the Peach Jam in July. And if you would like to go back to Parts 1 or 2, you can click here. Now, we're going to come back to CJ, the big man in the middle, but before that, I wanted to talk about the guards. And one of the things about your team, we talk about Elijah Staley, JT Gant, CJ Turman, Ahmed Hill. All those guys are big and they're athletic and they're long and they can score, but they kind of need to get the ball in scoring position to score. And I think that's one of the things about your team is this set of guards that you have, Michael Scott, Marcus Stroman, Jared Coleman. They all have slightly different strengths that they bring to the table, but the main thing that they bring as a group of backcourt players, in my opinion, is they're very unselfish and very smart, and they get the ball in the right place at the right time. Is that fair to say?
Yeah, that's a great assessment. Marcus, we installed him as our starting point guard. He's so unselfish. And at times, he's too unselfish, and we're trying to get him to be a little bit more selfish, to look for your shot a little bit more. Mike Scott, he's our fire plug. We either start him or bring him off the bench. It all depends on the matchup with the other team. He's been playing really good basketball. It's just hard for him to recognize that, and for all the kids, because they're such a part of their high school teams that they don't have to play that role, with this team because we got so many guys that can put the ball in the basket. We just try to convince them to take, advantage of different matchups when we, have an advantage over a team. But those two guys do a great job in transition defense, transition offense, putting a lot of pressure on the ball handling, running our offense. So they're such a vital part of what we do on offense and defense.
Yeah. Now, okay, so let's break them down real quick, each of them. Marcus Stroman, he plays at Keenan High School in Columbia, South Carolina. And, I'm pretty sure, is it correct that he's won a state championship there? Is that right?
Yeah, he's won a state, and he was Player of the Year in South Carolina also last year.
Wow. Yeah, and like I said earlier, we broke down the tape from the team takeover game, and he did so many different things well. Fed the post, comes off the screen and roll, finds the shooter, reads the defense, attacks the basket and scores, makes a three-pointer. And then the thing that really jumped out to me is when the game was on the line and you needed somebody to make something happen, he kind of took that opportunity. He got a charging call, made the shot, got a charging call. I'm sure when you see it on tape, you're going to say that wasn't a charge because that's definitely what I thought. But, does he kind of have that gear where if you need him to score, he's got it in him?
Yeah, and that's what I mean by sometimes he needs to be more selfish. He did a great job against CP3. He put the game, under his hands and led us to victory because he was upset from last year. He's just so unselfish that he tries to get everybody involved sometimes to a fault.
Yeah. Okay, and then Michael Scott, he another Augusta kid, goes to Aquinas High School, and he's been with you since he was a fifth grader, and just a great little player. And it seems like every game he just gives the opposing point guard fits bringing the ball up the court, and that is huge. Little guy like that, you would think, oh, he's a liability on defense, but he ends up being a huge asset on defense. Is that one of the ways that you like to use him?
Oh yeah, I mean he's the smallest kid on the team with the biggest heart. He puts a lot of pressure on the other guards, which pushes the other team's offense further out, which gives us a chance, to help more on defense. And once you push the team further out on offense, they're going to take a lot of bad shots, a lot of low percentage shots. So he does a great job of that, and he pushes the ball, on transition offense, and that helps us get easy baskets because you're going to need him. But he has such a high basketball IQ. He understands, if I call a set, he understands what I'm trying to call and what we're trying to do.
Right. Yeah, and then that's the other thing. Offensively, he and Marcus both he really gets the ball in the right spot. I always tell you that he runs the screen and roll like a pro. When he comes off that screen, he's looking at what different players are doing, how the defense is playing it, and then he gets it to the right guy, as opposed to just coming off the screen and shooting all the time, which is what most guards like to do, like the guards that play for me, but I'm just joking to my players. But yeah, he's a great one. Now Jared Coleman is a different kind of player. He's a pure shooter. Seems to be a good defender, really unselfish player. Does he bring something to the table that without him you don't have that? When it comes to like the shooting ability. I mean, I'm not saying the other guys can't shoot, but he's kind of on another level as far as putting it in the basket from deep, right?
Yeah, Jared is our sniper. As soon as the team go in the zone, he's checking in the game. He had 9 threes in one game this year. So he comes in and that's his job is to get teams out of zone.
Yeah, he does a good job at it too. Now, CJ Turman, I know that he is he's kind of one of your, I won't say favorites because I'm sure you like all your players, but I've heard you talk really positively about him recently. What is it about CJ? He's 6'9", strong kid, athletic kid. Looks fundamentally sound. What do you like a lot about CJ?
CJ anchors our defense. He helps everybody out. When guards go past our guards or whatever, CJ is right there, and you got to shoot over a 6'9" guy who's pretty athletic. He understands defense, weak side, help side. He gets every rebound, which affords us to get out on the break. He doesn't demand the ball. He's really, really, really unselfish, and without him, we would definitely not be where we're at now.
Yeah, I agree. Now, preparing for July. A couple of the guys, Ahmed Hill and Michael Scott, live in the area, live in Augusta. Jared Coleman's not far away. Greenwood, South Carolina. Columbia is not too far away. What are you guys doing to get ready?
Playing at Augusta State with college guys, that's helping us a whole lot. Also, we leave there and go to the gym and do individual work, getting up 300-400 shots, conditioning, ball handling. All the players should be down here by this week, next week, and we'll go for about 8 days of straight boot camp. I mean, we'll work out 3 times a day, morning, noon, and then at night. We need to be well prepared in condition because it's going to take a lot of work, and we got an opportunity to go from 6 to number 1. We're right there at the cusp, but we need to put the work in.
Yes. Real quick, though, tell us what else you're doing in July besides the Peach Jam.
We have the Super Showcase, which is July 10th through the 14th. We'll probably come back here in the Augusta area on the 14th that night, shoot around 15th and 16th, and get ready for the 18th. So after that, we have the Super 24 in Atlanta, and we'll play 17 and under in that one. So we have 3 events, which are all during the live evaluation period for college coaches. I appreciate you having me on, and I hope everybody comes out in the Augusta area and support us July 18th through the 22nd.
That's right. Okay, Mike, we'll talk to you later, and again, good luck.
All right, thank you.
Thank you for watching Part 3 of Episode 1 of ABR TV. If you'd like to go back and watch Parts 1 or 2, you can click here.